afternoon. I hope you are staying dry since it is not great outside right now. It's a perfect time for a little vigorous yoga. So just come to the mat, and I want you to start off in child's pose. And let's take the knees out a little bit wider and start extending your ribs a little bit between the thighs and get comfortably down. Now, if this hurts the shoulders, take the hands to the elbows and just allow your heart to kind of melt into the practice. And check in where you are, how you feel. If this hurts your neck at all, bring your forehead down. I'm going to keep mine up so you can hear me a little clearer. And then just start tiny movements in the body. Maybe wiggling the hips a little side to side. You might even extend the arms. If your chest is down, you might gaze towards the thumbs. And allow the shoulders to just relax back. Maybe the shoulders are pulling slightly back towards the heels. And the heels and the bottom might come a little closer together. And then just finding a place of stillness. A place where you can just hang out for a moment. Breathing in through your nose, out through your nose, and just finding a rhythm for your breath. And allowing this to be a place of intention. Maybe an opportunity to see what you would like to gain from your practice today, from your day. And be available to how you feel. Now we're going to have a moving practice, so this is going to be about as still as we're going to get today. And so as you're here, start to walk your fingers forward just a little bit and allow the bottom to come up a little bit more. Maybe curl the toes. And pressing the toes down, feeling your feet on the mat. And then rounding your back a little bit, reaching your shoulders towards your thumbs. Walk your hands so your wrists and your shoulders align, and bring your knees so they're in line with your wrists. Start to round the back, lifting up. And just pressing the shoulders out, and see if you can make these little shoulder rolls as you're in your cat pose. Keeping your chin relaxed, keeping the head pressing down. And just allow for the shoulders to kind of roll out. And see if you can go both directions. And allowing the head to get a little heavy. And noticing how this feels in your shoulders. And then curling your toes, pushing your weight back towards your heels. Straighten your arms a little bit and walk your arms forward. Bring the forearms down. Let's find a dolphin pose. So pressing into the forearms, see if you can start gradually lifting the hips up. And again, maybe pressing through the shoulders and allowing this little bits of movement, even in your dolphin. And allow the head to relax, maybe pressing the other way. And then bringing the knees down, extending the arms back up. And I'm going to keep my hands where they are. They're away from my shoulders, so it's a little bit wider. And take your legs back a little bit. And start scissing your knees a little. And have a wider downward facing dog. So I'm a little longer here. Just allow the head to relax. Maybe the head even drifts down between the arms. And just pedal the feet out. Maybe swiveling the knees side to side. And then when you're ready, walking yourself about halfway in towards your mat. Separate your feet so they're about hip distance apart and let your head hang down heavy. And just find your forward fold. If you need to bend your knees, allow for the bend. Ribs towards your thighs. And allow your shoulders to get heavy. Maybe sway your head a little side to side or back and forth like you're saying no. Maybe even up and down a few times like you're saying yes. And bending your knees. On this next one, I just want you to roll up. And we're not actually going to stay up. Chin in towards the chest. And as the shoulders come up, I want you to start to bend back down. Almost like your hands have weights on them. And just allow yourself to weigh back down. Let's do that a few times. So inhale, roll everything up. Draw the belly, so the belly is coming over the hips. And then as your shoulders get up, allow yourself to slowly get way back down. And one more time, this time we're going to stay up. And roll your shoulders out a little bit. And then reach and roll them the other direction. Let's stand and extend the arms out. Feet are still hip distance apart. Draw your shoulders back. Maybe offer a little back bend. Tighten the glutes. And then exhale, take your hands to your high thigh. Inhale, let's gaze forward, halfway lift. And this first one, hands towards shins. Exhale, lower. Let's do two more. If you need to bend the knees, bend the knees. Lengthen your spine. And then exhale, last one. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, put your hands towards the top of your mat and step your feet back towards the back of your mat as much as you can. Maybe heels are down. So downward facing. Tilt your tailbone up so your tailbone is lifting up. Stay here, breath. And then as you're here, rise up on your toes, shift yourself forward, coming into plank pose. Let's lower down. So slowly start to find your chaturanga and take your belly to the ground. Think about lengthening the legs back. Feel your hands, so your hands are back towards your chest, and then inhale, just a little baby cobra. And then exhale. So lifting your hands, let's inhale, and reach and extend your arms up. Kind of squeeze into the thighs. The inner thighs are spiraling out. Exhale, lower. Last one like that. So inhale, firming up the legs, pressing the thighs down. So you can lift the arms. Lift the chest. Stay here for a breath. And then exhale, lower, curl the toes, press back, child's pose. Reach the arms forward. On your inhale, come all the way forward into your plank. So shifting yourself forward. And then back into your downward dog, tailbone presses down. We're going to take the big toes together, right leg comes up on your inhale. Open your hip to the right, keep your shoulders squared, and just rotate the right ankle. Bring the right knee back forward towards the nose, round the spine. Inhale, extend back up. Exhale, right knee comes towards the left tricep. Inhale. And then right knee towards right tricep. Inhale. Right leg comes back down. Ripple forward. Find your plank. This time, lower down chaturanga and pause. 3, 2, 1. Upward facing. Pull your chest forward or curling the toes over. And downward facing. Coming back. Press the heels down. Take that stance out a little bit wider, drawing or walking the heels back, extending the arms forward, really lengthening here. Rising up into your toes, shifting forward into this really stretched plank. And then curl your tailbone back, glide back downward facing. Shift and ripple forward. Pull your tailbone back, and then glide back downward facing. Walk the feet in a little closer, big toes touch. Inhale the left leg. Open the hip to the left, bend your knee, flex your foot. Keep your shoulders squared towards the front. Rotate the ankle on the left leg. And then when you're ready, bring that hip back over the mat, knee towards nose, around your spine. Inhale, extend the leg long. We're going to bring that left knee over towards the right tricep. Inhale, extend. And then bring the left knee towards the left tricep. Inhale, extend. Bring that left leg back down. Shift, rise up under the toes, glide forward, undulating the spine. Find your high plank. Stretch your heels back, shoulders and crown of the head forward, and then slowly lower down, pause. On your inhale, pull forward, and then exhale, push back downward facing. We're going to bring you down to the knees, so find your knees. Take your hands so your wrists and shoulders align, and let's work the wrists out for a moment. And just moving the fingers a little forward and back. And then turning the fingers so the fingers face out towards the long edge of your mat. Move your hands a little side to side. Pressing pressing the fingers so the fingers are facing forward. Press into all the knuckle pads and see if you can start lifting the palms up. The thumbs are going to lift up. You can press to the tops of the thumbs, but the knuckles of the thumbs will lift, and then press the hand down. And let's see if you can find just a few of those. Take the spine in neutral. 3 more. 2, 1. Turn the fingers around so the fingers are facing towards the knees. And see if you can start leaning back. Maybe curl the toes. Start to lift the wrists up off the mat. Keep the finger pads down. Keep the knuckles down as much as you can and start to pull the wrist back. If you can, bend the elbows and pull the elbows down a little bit. Holding here for 3. And 2. And 1. Bringing the wrists down, turning the wrists over, and then just kind of moving into the wrists. Maybe opening and closing the hands a few times. And then pressing the hands down, coming back into your downward facing. Bringing the big toes to touch. Inhale, rise onto the toes, walk or jump towards the front of your mat. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach and extend the arms up towards the sky. Tighten the glutes, maybe offer a little back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, gaze forward halfway. Exhale, walk or jump back, plank or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, pressing back, downward facing. Right leg comes up. We're going to bring that right leg out over towards the side. So see if you can just kick the leg over a little bit. And then bring it back up towards the ceiling. Kick the leg over towards the right. And bring it back up to the ceiling. Exhale, leg over towards the right. Hover it there for a moment. And see if you can tent the fingers on the left. And just holding the right leg up. Maybe walking the fingers forward, or if you're even brave enough, lifting that left hand. Staying here for 3. And 2. And 1. Bringing the right toes down so you can just touch the big toe. And then inhale that leg back up. We're going to find 3 like that. So exhaling down. Inhaling up. Last one. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Bringing that leg back up towards the ceiling. Knee towards nose. Round your spine. Hold. 3, 2. Step the foot between the thumbs. Bring the left knee down. Inhale. Find your low lunge. So reach the arms up. And then cactus the arms. Kind of pulling everything back. Finding a little bit of a back bend. Lifting the chest. Pulling the elbows down. And stretching the heart up. Reach and extend the arms back up towards the sky. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Bring that right heel with you. So round your spine as much as you can. And see if you can lift the right leg. Pull back into your downward facing. Shifting forward, maybe dropping the right foot or shifting forward, finding that 3-legged plank. Start to lower down chaturanga. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, pull upward facing or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg looks up. And I'm going to extend that leg up, square the hips as much as you can. And then think about bringing that left leg over towards the side. Let's inhale, bring it back. Point the left leg over towards the left. Think about bringing it back. And start to see, can you tent the fingers on the right side? Reach and extend that leg back. We're going to hold it here for a few breaths. And then start to bring that left leg down towards the ground. Maybe the toe touches. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale one more time. Inhale. Extend the leg back. Plant the palm down. Bring that knee forward towards the nose. Round the spine. Inhale, extend. One more. Exhale, holding here for 3, 2. Step between the thumbs. Draw the right knee down. Inhale the arms, reach up. Cactus the arms, bring the elbows out to the side. And try to pull the heart up as you're pulling the elbows down and back. Keep the hips squared forward towards the front. Inhale the arms, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Lift the torso up as much as you can and pull the abs abdomen off the thigh. See if you bring the left heel in towards your bottom and extend back, downward facing. Shift yourself forward. Maybe that three-legged plank, or bring that foot down if you need to. Lower down, chaturanga. Hold 3, 2, 1. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, pressing back, downwards facing. So let's stay here for a breath. Allow the head to relax. Let's inhale through the nose. And exhale, audible sigh. Nice, and just staying here for a few breaths. Stretching the arms, pulling the shoulder blades out towards the side, and allowing your belly to pull in. A slight tilt to the tailbone, and if you're up on the heels, that's okay. On your next inhalation, rise on the toes, bend your knees, exhale, walk or jump forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach and extend the arms up towards the sky. Drop the shoulders, maybe offer a little back bend. And then exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Inhale, gaze forward, halfway. Exhale, walk or jump back, plank or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, pressing back, downward facing. Right leg comes up towards the sky. Reach and extend the right leg over towards the side. Try to press the left heel down. And see if you can bring the right foot a little bit more forward, almost like you're trying to touch the front of your mat. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, right leg over towards the side. Keep squeezing it towards the pinky. Inhale, reach it back up. One more time. Exhale, reaching it over towards the side, holding here, keeping the toes off the ground. 3, 2, 1. Inhale that leg back. Bring the knee forward towards the nose, round the spine. Try to touch your forehead towards your knee, and then extend the foot between the thumbs. This time stay up, high lunge. So right knee is reaching forward, left heel is pulling back. Lengthen through your high lunge, turn your palms towards each other, drop your shoulders. Cactus the arms, squeeze the thighs, find a little bit of a back bend. So gazing up, pulling the elbows down, heart is lifting. Staying here for a breath or two. And inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, frame the foot. Round your back, pulling your ribs up off the thighs, nose towards knee. See if you can start pushing up so much. Bring the right heel towards the bottom. Extend the leg back, three-legged dog. Shift forward into your three-legged plank. Lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. See if you can offer an extra push-up on this one. So pushing up through chaturanga, press to high plank, downward facing. Left leg comes up. We're going to bring that left leg over towards the left side. Try to press the right heel down. And then exhale, bring the left big toe over towards the left pinky. Inhale, extend the leg back. Re-square the hip. Exhale, left leg either reaches over or try to see, can you touch the big toe towards the pinky? Inhale, extend it back. I know those are hard. Exhale, reaching that left leg as far over. We're going to hold this one, so keep stretching for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reaching it back, rise up high into the toes. Bend your knee, bring your knee forward towards your nose, round your spine, lift up, forehead towards the knee. 3, 2, step between the thumbs. Lift up, find your high lunge. Left knee is pulling forward, right heel is pulling back. Try to keep the torso lifting here. So even though I'm down a little bit further, my torso is lifting, my shoulders are pressing down, and I'm stretching the legs in the opposite direction. Keep squeezing the thighs, draw the elbows out towards the side. Lift the heart, lift the chest. See if you can pull the chest up, finding the balance, keeping the heel down. I know this one's hard. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale the arms. Exhale, ribs off the thighs. Press up as much as you can, forehead towards the knee. So you can bring the left heel, lift. Bring it back, three-legged dog. Shift forward, three-legged plank. Lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, pressing back, downward facing. Let's stay here for 2 breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Nice, stay here 1 more breath. When you're ready, big toes to touch, rise up on your toes, gaze between your thumbs. Walk or jump forward towards the front of your mat. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise back to standing. Reach and extend the arms up. Maybe offer a little back bend, tighten the glutes. And exhale, take the hands to the heart. Just kind of checking in, seeing where and what your body is reacting to, how you feel today. We're going to bend the knees. I want you to find Utkatasana. So sweep the arms down. Inhale, reach the arms up and sink the hips back a little bit. Now I'm going to rise up into the toes. Squeeze the knees together. Hold here for a few breaths. And just kind of explore the wobble. So exploring the wobble, see then start taking the heels together and the knees are going to separate. And I'm going to slowly start to lower down. Keep the arms reaching up in opposition. Take the hands down, finding crow pose. So you can either play in your crow. If you don't have a crow, I want you to play in your Malasana. And you can step back into your plank or find a handstand, maybe a headstand. I'm going to take mine into a crow, coming back through Chaturanga. So finding a little bit of play here, reach your heart forward and think about stretching your heart in opposition of your tailbone. Round your back a little bit, pulling your belly in, and notice if the toes get a little lighter as you do this. Squeeze the heels towards the bottom. Staying here for a little bit and explore this wobble. Maybe the right knee is coming off the arm. Maybe you're playing with some toe tapping, finding stability here, playing and falling in and out of the pose if you need to, holding here for a few breaths. When you're ready, you're going to walk, jump, float. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, pressing back, downward facing. Right leg comes up on the inhale. Knee towards nose, round your spine. Inhale, take it back. Right knee towards right tricep. Inhale, extend. Right knee towards left tricep. Inhale, extend. Right knee towards nose, round your spine, and forehead towards the knee. Press your shoulders forward, and as much as you can, see if you bring your heel down first. Unlock the toes, keep the legs straight, bow into it, Parsvarttanasana. And maybe rise up onto the fingertips, lift the heart, lift the chest. Bend the back knee, really stretching into that front right leg. And then see if you can bend the front knee, straighten out the back leg. And do this a few times. Try to keep the toes of the right foot down. And just stretching in to where the leg is. Keeping the fingertips light. Now, planting the hands down, we're going to try to lift the torso up. And a lot of times when I'm trying to push this back into your downward facing, might need a little bit more height in the arms. You might plant the hands down. So I'm going to do this first one with fingertips up. As you're here, press into the heel and then point the toes forward a little bit. So you can lift the leg and lift the whole body. So it comes up a little bit, press the hands down. Shift yourself forward into your plank. Lower down through Chaturanga. Hold 3, 2, 1. Inhale, pull forward. And out for that extra push-up, plank, downward facing. Plant the heels, rise up under the toes, left leg comes up. Knee towards nose, round your spine. Press up to the shoulders. Inhale, extend. Bring that left knee towards the left tricep. Inhale, extend. Bring the left knee towards the right tricep. Inhale. Exhale, lean forward, press in, and as much as you can, push forward and up. Start to extend the foot forward and see if you bring the heel down first for 3, 2, 1. Nice. Keep the heel down, Press the toes down, keep the legs straight. Rise up into the fingertips if you need to. High on the back leg if you need to. If not, plant that back heel down. Bow into it. So straightening out the legs, getting the stretch here, keeping the left big toe down. Start to bend into the left knee. And then stretch the hips up a little bit. Inhale forward. Exhale, pressing back. I'm going to stay up onto the fingertips. So rising up, square your hips forward, rise up onto the back right toe, flex the heel. Now I'm going to point the toes and I'm going to lift the leg. 3, 2, lift the hips, reach it all the way up, plant the hands back down. Shift your weight forward into your plank. Lower down, chaturanga, hold. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, press back, downward facing. Nice, inhale, right leg. Knee towards nose, round your spine, step between your thumbs. Find your warrior two, so reach up, warrior two. Right arm and right fingers are connecting, and just push into that back leg and push the legs slightly apart. We're going to bring that right arm forward, exalt your pose, lift your right side body up towards the sky, walk your fingers back. Cartwheel forward, right hand comes down, left hand frames. Round your spine as much as you can, so you can lift the leg. Press it back, extending that leg up towards the sky. Shift forward, three-legged plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, press back, downward facing. Left leg comes up. Knee towards nose, round your spine as much as you can, step the foot between the thumbs. Take that back heel down, roll up, warrior two. So arms are extending out, pressing into your back right arch, left knee tracking over the first or the second and the third toe. Reach the left arm forward, inhale, side body stretch, and I'm not dumping pressure into this right hand, so I'm lightly touching the back leg. Gazing up, let's cartwheel forward, left hand comes down, right hand follows, round your back frame. So here I'm pressing up as much as I can, getting a lot of height. Even think about bringing your forehead in towards your knee, so you can lift the left foot, and then bring the heel back, three-legged. Shift your weight forward, lower down. Inhale, upward facing, chin towards chest, downward facing. So we're going to keep building on that. So rise up on your toes, bend your knees, walk or jump towards the front of your mat on your exhale. Straighten out, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, reach and extend the arms up. Keep the arms up, rising up onto the toes. Start to extend the knees out, heels together, lower down. Bring the hands down, find your crow option. We're going to go a little faster on this one, so extending the legs up, maybe finding that headstand, handstand, chaturanga, jump back, maybe step back, 3, 2, stepping back. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, press back, downward facing. Right leg comes up, knee towards nose. Round your spine, step your foot between your thumbs. Bring the right foot down, warrior two. Right arm comes forward, reach forward, extend into your exalted pose. Keep pressing into the right knee, and then turn your right toes towards the long edge. Find Skandasana. Reach the hand down, left toes extend. We're going to face over towards the back of the mat. So you're going to come into warrior two on the other side. Left arm extends, find warrior two. Reach the left arm up, inhale. Reach and extend. And then bring yourself back, warrior two. Turn the left toes forward, lower down, Skandasana. Gaze towards the right side. Reach the arms out. Inhale, press back into warrior two towards the front of your mat. Cartwheel forward, right, left. Rotate, straighten out. And this time as you straighten, I want you to rise up as high as you can on the back toes. Now, as you're doing this, think about pulling your hip bone towards your belly button.
So I'm pulling the hip bone towards the belly button, and I'm rounding up, and the belly button is curling into the top ribs. So you can see I'm curling as much as I can. Lift the leg, and bring it back. Shift forward, chaturanga. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing, and if you don't get that, it's okay. Downward facing. Left leg comes up on the inhale, knee towards nose. Round your spine, puff up as much as you can. Shoulders are over the wrists. Set the foot between the thumbs. Nice. We're going to extend warrior two, reaching up on the left side. Bend into your knee, reach and extend the arms out. Left fingers come up. Inhale, open, side body stretch. Reach the arms up, warrior two. Turn the right toes towards the long edge. Bring yourself back, Skandasana. Reach and extend the arms out. Press back into your warrior two. And then this time turning the left toes in. Find Skandasana on this side. So reaching the arms out, extend, shoulders back. This time I'm going to step into the right foot, finding warrior two. Right arm reaches forward, inhale, finding that deep side body stretch. Right arm comes back, turning the right toes, finding Skandasana. And I want you to hold here for a moment. Right arm comes out, reach and extend the left arm up. And find a little opening here. And bringing the hands back in. We're going to shift over towards the left side. So think about shifting over towards the left. And left arm comes in, right arm comes back. And just reaching out. And bringing the hands back in. This time both toes are going to face towards the long edge. Wide squat, bring the heels in, goddess pose. Reach and extend the arms out. Draw the belly in, shoulder blades are pulling back, sink down as low as you can. Turn the right toes forward, left foot comes out, bring the arms down. Round your back. Straighten out your back leg as much as you can. Press through, rounding up as much as you're able. See if you can start to lift the leg. Bring that left leg back up towards the sky. Shifting forward into your plank. Lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Chin towards chest, downward facing. Rising up onto your toes, bend your knees. Walk and jump towards the front of your mat. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Reach into your chair. Last time, sinking down. Rise up onto your toes. Staying here for a breath. Start to bring the heels together. Knees extend out. Slowly start to sink down. See if you can hold here for a moment. And go down as low as you can, really embracing this leg work. Reach the arms up. Taking the hands down, finding your crow. So this time, see if you can bring your knees all the way up underneath your armpits. Press your hands down. Squeeze your knees in towards the armpits. So we should actually squeeze the knees in a little bit. And as you draw forward, try to keep the knees in the armpits. Lift the torso a little. So rounding the back. And then I'm going to bring the heels in. Pull your heels towards each other. And see if you can bring the toes out, just like we did as we were coming down. Keep extending up. Straighten the arms as much as you can. And then when you're ready, bring the feet down, toes are out. Find Malasana. Bring the elbows into the knees, extend the hips up as much as you can. Bring yourself back onto your bottom, extend your legs, finding your Navasana, your boat pose. So arms are extending up, shoulders are rolling back. Lift the legs, and then lower down for 3, Ardha Navasana, 2, and 1. Curling the lower back down. Keep the arms extended up. Stay here for 5. Legs are strong. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Try to keep the legs extended. Staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the heels together. Bring the heels down. Rise up onto the toes. So right back into where we started. Heels might be together. Bring the arms down. Find your crow pose. Walk, jump, or float back towards your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Downward facing. Right leg comes up. Right knee towards nose. Round your spine. Try to step the foot between the thumbs. Right foot comes down, warrior 2. Reach the arms out. Sink down in your warrior 2. Right arm reaches forward. Inhale, extend. Reach the arm back as far as you can. Right fingers are going to come down. Barely touch the fingers down. So use the strength of the leg. Left arm comes up. Left arm reaches forward. And draw the shoulder blade back, so just my nails are touching here. Bring your hands in prayer. Elbow, so right elbows to the inside of that knee. So you can start turning the toes out. Find Skandasana, reaching right into it. Reach and extend the arms out. Push into the right leg. Find warrior 2 on the other side. So extend the arms out. Left arm comes up. Inhale, reaching up. And then bring yourself back and turning the left toes down. And we're going to sink down. This time, as this arm comes out, see if the right arm can come up. Right arm might bind behind. Might grab onto the leg. Maybe wrapping the arm around. So grabbing onto that left leg. So you can point the right toes, getting a little bit more extension through the right side. The right leg, even the right toes. When you're ready, releasing the hands. I'm going to bring and extend the right fingertips back behind me. Rise up high onto the left toes. Find a wild thing. So really extend up. So you can come back into Skandasana. Hands are going to press to the heart. Right foot presses down, warrior 2. Right arm frames back up. And then bring those arms out. Turn both toes so they face in towards the long edge, and then bring the heels in. Find a goddess pose. So sink down a little bit more. Try to bring the shoulders so the shoulders stay over the hips. So holding this for a little bit more, think about pushing the knees out and pushing into the thighs. So this is activating the glutes. Tuck the tailbone just a little, draw the belly in. Reach the elbows out towards the side, sink down a little bit more. And maybe move a little side to side, getting some play in the legs. Getting some work in the legs, actually. Now I'm going to bring those heels back out. Turn the right toes forward. Find warrior 2, cartwheel forward. Round to the back. I'm going to hop this back leg in just a little bit. I want you to press through the hands. If you need fingertips, bring the fingertips down. Think about it again. I'm curling the belly button in. So round the spine as much as you can and draw the forehead down towards the toes. Think about lifting the right leg and gently bringing it back up into your three-legged. Exhale. Find your three-legged plank. Lower down chaturanga. Find your plank again, and then guide that right leg back up towards the ceiling. We're going to switch. So bend the left knee and just take the right leg up and then switch right into the left side. We're going to bring that left knee forward towards the nose, round the spine. Step the foot between the hands. Sorry, swallowed wrong. Right heel comes down, warrior 2. Reach and extend the arms out. Left arm reaches forward, flip up, find exalted pose. And then just with the fingertips, guide the fingertips down towards the mat. Right arm might come up, or you might reach that right arm forward, but try to draw the shoulder blade back away from you. Keep extending the fingers in opposition of the right arch. And really strong through the left leg. Take the hands in prayer. Turn the toes towards the long edge, find Skandasana. So you're facing towards the back of your mat. Reach and extend the arms out. Press through the right leg, find warrior 2. Turn, flip the palm, reaching it up. And then bringing that right arm back down. Right toes turn. I'm going to sink back down, Skandasana. And this time, right arm comes out, left arm extends, and point the left foot. If you can, move the left heel even a little bit more forward as you're pulling the right knee back. This left hand might come around. You might have a binding practice and keep pressing the chest up, shoulders are back. You need to sit down on the ground, that's okay. Find a variation that feels good in your body. And then release your pose. Bring your left fingertips back behind you. Think about rising up high onto the right toes and really stretching into your wild thing. Reach your arm back. Stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Right arm comes back down. Gazing now towards the back of your mat. Extend your arms out. Shift forward into your warrior 2. Reach and extend that arm up. And then exhale, fold forward. Framing the foot, rising up high into the back leg. Bring the back leg in just a little bit. Pressing up, maybe the hands are down or rising to the fingertips. Start to straighten out the leg a little bit. See if you can curl the belly in. Lift the shoulders up as high as you can. Pick up the left foot. And glide it back. It might drag a little at first. I know one side does a little bit more than the other. Shift forward into that 3-legged plank. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, pressing back, downward facing. Nice. So we're going to come in. I'm going to bring that left leg up back again. We're going to find that switch. So bend your right knee, switch. And we're going to do this a few times. You're going to bend your left knee and just little switch kicks. And a little soft bend. And try to shift some of the weight. So it's coming over the wrists. And if you find a little bit of a float, play with that. And just find a few more. Making these as soft or as graceful as you can. Maybe a cartwheel or 2. Or 3. And when you're ready, come back into your downward facing. Bring your knees back out to the edges of the mat. Cross your heels and bring your heels forward. Extend your legs forward. Reach and extend your arms out. Exhale, fold. On your inhale, peel your chest up. Grab onto your right knee and extend your right knee out towards the right side. Reach the arms out. Lengthen the torso forward towards the toes. You might take the hands, grabbing onto the foot if that feels okay. Allow the chest to come down a little bit more. And on your inhale, lift and extend the arms. Take the hands out behind you. Bring that right foot. So the right foot is going to be right in line with the left knee. I'm going to lift the left leg, turn the palms so the palms are facing, so the fingers are facing out towards the side. And finding this reverse table, maybe lifting the left leg up. Think about bringing the hips back and hover the left leg off the ground. Staying here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lifting back up. Exhale, hover for 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And last one. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Set the bottom down, set the left leg down. Straighten out both legs. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Ribs towards thighs. If you need to bend the knees, that's okay. And just see how this feels in your body. Point the crown of your head forward towards your toes. And so you can stretch your toes forward. Maybe even curling your toes in towards each other. If you can grab onto your toes, give them some curling movements. When you're ready, inhale the arms, reach up. Left knee comes up, and I'm going to bring that left foot to the inside of the right leg. Janu Shasana. So just extend and allow this left hip to find a little bit of opening. Now, if you're able to come forward a little bit more, you're going to keep that right arm straight, and just the left arm is going to grab on. And you might grab onto the forearm, the elbow. Keep extending your heart forward and keep reaching your finger pads forward. And just allow your body to kind of melt here, finding your breath, re-establishing your breathing, and checking into how you feel. And when you're ready, inhaling the arms, allowing the arms to come down, and this time the left leg is coming up. Now, if you have shoulder issues, you can keep your fingers facing over towards the side. If you do not, we're going to work into the triceps a little bit more and face your fingers forward. There isn't really a wrong. You just don't want to hurt your shoulders. I try not to extend the fingers back when I do this, but you can take them to the side or fingers facing forward. You're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together, plant the weight into the left foot, and inhale the right leg. Now, as you exhale, bring your bottom back and hover the right leg. So you're actually pushing through, and it's getting a lot of ab work. On your inhale, lifting up. Exhale. If you need blocks for this, you can hold and use the blocks for this on each side. One more. Inhale, lift up as much as you can. And then exhale, pressing back, holding here for 3, keeping that leg up, 2, and 1. Bring the leg down, scooching yourself forward. Let's lower all the way down onto the back. So press into the toes and start to slowly lower down. And hug the spine in. And as slowly as you can, each vertebra finds the mat. Allow the feet to come in a little bit closer. Maybe fingertips touch the heels. And think about a bridge pose. If you have a bridge, maybe staying in bridge, but your back starts down. And we're going to peel the spine up off the mat. So really small little movements, just as though you were coming down. Peel as though it's hard to get your back up. Now once you're there, bring your shoulder blades a little closer together. Maybe the hands find each other. And just start squeezing the shoulder blades. As you here, lengthen the neck and pull the shins forward. Tighten the glutes just a little. And just hovering here, planting the weight into the left foot. Plant the big toe down. See if you can extend the right. And keep the balance of the pose. Lifting the heart up. Now bring it and extend the right leg down. Hover the right leg off the mat. Staying there for 5. 4, squeeze the inner thighs. 3, 2, 1. Inhale the right leg. And then bring the right foot back down to the earth. Lift the hips, squeeze the inner thighs. The right leg is going to do the work. And I'm not bringing the right foot to the center. It's going to do the work in place of the left. So start inhaling the left leg up. Try to press up a little higher on the right leg without leaning into the right side. And start to lower the left leg down. And just slowly lowering the leg down until you just have it hovering, keeping your back equally rounded. Hips are pressing up. Staying here for 5, 4. Not dumping into the left hip. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, taking the leg back up, lifting up a little bit higher, and then slowly bringing the left leg down. Release the hands, bringing the back down, and just pressing into the back for a moment. Feel your back rebound in this position. Closing your eyes, checking in. Walking the feet in a little bit. We have another bridge. If you want to take a bridge, you can take a bridge. If you want to work into that wheel pose, start working into wheel. But I'm going to extend the arms out, and I'm just going to find this a little bit more hip opening, relaxing pose. Kind of checking in, see if the big toes touch. If this causes stress in the hips, you can extend the legs straight or just cross at the ankles. If you have blocks, feel free to take the blocks under the thighs. And allow for a little bit of rounding here. So it's creating a little bit of an arc or a baby wheel in itself. And when you're ready, just walking the feet So they come back in towards the center. We're going to find that full wheel. If you're coming into full wheel, make sure you're pressing the head down when you're doing this. My knees are straight, so I'm not bringing the knees out to the side. Look where we started in that wide child's pose. Make sure your knees are staying straight up. So I'm working into the integrity of the hips and also the spine, not creating compression in the spine. So I want you to slowly start to extend up. And bring the shoulder blades a little closer together. If you have that back bend, take the hands back, plant them just a little wider than the shoulders, palms face towards the back of the mat. You're going to press to the crown of the head, so inhale, lifting up, and set it up for a moment. Walk your hands in towards your ears. Squeeze your thighs a little, root into your big toes. Now on your inhale, slowly press up. And maybe straighten the arms a little. Maybe start pressing the hips up and relax the neck. Relax the shoulders a little bit. Squeeze the thighs. And keep lifting the heart up. Lifting up as much as you can. Maybe starting to straighten those legs a little bit more. And just see and play with where this feels. How you feel. Lifting the heart. Now, if you're working on that one leg option, you can do this in wheel or you can do this in bridge, planting the weight into the left foot, not adjusting the leg. Reach the right leg equally up. So the hips are extending, both arms are straight. When you're ready, right foot plants down. And equally pressing the arms, pressing into the feet, planting the weight in the right foot. Inhale the left leg. Left hip stays over towards the left side. Right hip is reaching to the right. When you're ready, bring the left leg down. Open the heart, open the chest. Stay here for a breath. When you're ready, bend your elbows, crown of the head comes down. And then slowly lower your back to the earth. And allow yourself to stay here for a moment, maybe taking one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, and noticing how your body feels, the kind of energy, the euphoria that your body gains from these inversions, these changes, these shifts in our perception. What we are normally doing. And so when you're ready, just bring your feet together, shifting your hips a little over towards the left side. Find a really gentle twist. Maybe reaching the arms out into cactus, and maybe just gazing over towards the left side. And if that feels okay, see if you can straighten out the left leg. Right hand might grab onto the left toes. And maybe pointing the right knee down, even shimmying the hip a little over. See if the left hand can grab onto the right. And pull the heel towards the bottom, pressing the left shoulder down if it's available. And just seeing how the body responds. When you're ready, both knees come back over towards the right. Press the feet back to the center. Inhale, allowing the spine to rebound here for a moment. And then shift the hips a little to the right. Let both knees kind of come over towards the left. And you can stack one knee more over the other or just keep a gentle twist. Allow the right hip to do what it wants. Both arms might extend out. Maybe gaze is straight up. Or rotating at the ribs a little bit, gazing over towards the right side. And just kind of exploring and see what feels good. Every pose we do doesn't have to be the deepest pose, the hardest pose. We want to explore in allowing the body to relax and just sometimes be. natural rhythm. Now, if it feels good to straighten the right leg, straighten it. You might grab on with the left hand. Maybe point the left knee down towards the mat. Kick the heel towards the bottom. Right hand might grab onto the toes. And see if the left heel and bottom can kind of work towards each other. Maybe keep gazing over towards the right side. Right shoulder comes down. And then relax. Allow for the pose to take its shape by relaxing into it instead of pushing. And notice in my practice how much I'm relaxing into what I'm doing and how much I'm pushing into what I'm doing. And there has to be this balance in everything I do of a little bit of pushing, a little bit of relaxing. That's that yin and yang side of the practice, the balance. When you're ready, bring the knees back in. Take the heels back to the mat. Knees might come up, finding a little bit of an inversion. So you have a couple of options. You can just take feet up, relax the arms out, and allow the lower back to extend. If you have a plow pose, you might extend the body. And you want to try to pull the belly in, rise up onto the shoulders, and see if you can get your hips. So your hips are coming a little bit more towards the shoulders. Now I want to pull my chin away from my chest. And gaze is towards the knees, tops of the knees. The thighs, or maybe even the shins, depending on where you are in your plow. Now you can keep those legs up. If anything feels compressing, just take those legs up towards the ceiling. You might come into this half version where you're kind of hovering, so your legs are parallel with your mat. And you might bring the toenails down to touch. If the toenails are touching, you're up on the shoulders, your chin is away from your chest, maybe start to bend the knees. Hands might press back to the back and kind of guide the back up, coming to ear pressure pose. So drawing the belly in, hugging the knees in, making sure the neck is long, and stay here for a few breaths. Breathing into the restriction of this movement. When you're ready, if you have a shoulder stance, you can take your legs up one at a time. Pressing high up on the back, draw the belly in. Try to bring the big toes to touch. And squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs. Knees are facing forward. Maybe even spread the toes and see if you can keep extending the legs. If you feel any pressure in the neck, in the shoulders, that's uncomfortable, even in the back, coming out of the pose. When you're ready, maybe bringing one leg down at a time. Releasing the hands and lowering the knees closer in towards the face. See how slowly you can roll down. Controlling the torso. Taking each vertebra slowly back down towards the mat. And connecting each one with the mat. And just hovering up here for a moment, allowing the arms to come out, separating the feet a little bit and rolling out the legs, rolling out the feet. I always feel this a lot in my arches when I come into shoulder stance with the big toes together. So this feels really good. When you're ready, slowly lowering the legs down, finding Shavasana, maybe going a little slower or just allowing the legs to come down. Make sure the lower back stays down. So you bring those legs out a little wider. Staying here for 3, 2, and 1. Allow the legs to come down. Allow the body to relax. And even if you normally skip your Shavasana, see if you can stay here for just a little bit. And get into connection with how your body feels now. Starting to allow the face muscles to relax a little bit more. Maybe taking the tongue away from the top of the mouth. And allowing the tongue to kind of hang in the middle of the mouth. Allow the jaw to relax. The ears get a little heavy. Feel the shoulder blades maybe press down, and even if you need to adjust the arms so you're feeling more relaxed, more of your body's energetic pull into the earth. And just keep connecting to how your body pulls downward. It's as though your body gets a little heavier in your Shavasana and gravity is changed. As though you feel this magnetic connection to the earth's core. And it's pulling you in a little bit more. Maybe even filling you up and fusing you with what makes the earth so vital and important. That there's an exchange of energy. The earth is taking my weakness, those things that I don't need anymore, the conditions, the limiting beliefs, my fears, my feelings of not enough. And it's replacing me with its years of stability and strength. It's limitless changes. And infusing me with what makes the world strong. And start to feel this exchange. And if you'd like to stay in your Shavasana a little bit longer, I invite you to do so. If not, start making tiny movements with your body. Maybe just bring the fingers so they touch the thumb. Maybe wiggling the toes. And any movement that you need to make to come up into a seated pose, do a little bit of that. Maybe rolling over to one side or even rolling up into your seated pose. We'll finish off with a thought and a few deep breaths. And so right now, there's a lot of things that a lot of people are afraid of. They're afraid of, not only getting sick, but where do we go from here? What is life gonna be like after quarantine? And the funny thing about fear is when you run towards it, it runs away. So you don't really have to think about the things that you don't know. Just run to life. As things happen day by day,
Don't shy away from them. Run towards it. And fear runs away. It's a bully. And remember, when you confront a bully, normally they back away. And so facing what we're afraid of is really the strongest way to not have those fears at all. So we're going to finish off with 3 deep breaths. We're going to inhale through your nose, hold your breath, and exhale. I'm going to count the first. So let's inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. And hold. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And hold. And exhale. Namaste. All right, thank you all so much. Have a beautiful night. I'll see you tomorrow.